Hello neighbor, I'm Robert Burns and welcome once again to another edition of Sound Off Louisiana. And I'm sure no one probably needs any introduction of the gentleman to my right, but just for technical purposes, it is Billy Broussard. We've done one or two features on him in the past. And I just wanted to take this opportunity because he has let me know in the last few days a few things that I believe are quite noteworthy. He's making these observations, and I felt like it was a good idea to come in and do a feature to really bring them out. And the first of which is that Parish President Chester Cedars wants to deny that the ordinance that was passed on August 3rd of last year was in fact targeted at him. And I think he makes an excellent point in that, well, if that's the case, and we're going to break away in just a moment and let you actually hear Chester Cedars rattle off the commentary he makes regarding Mr. Solaire. And he even gives the suit number. And all of this has been filed prior to the passage of the ordinance. And by the way, that's the same incident that we've already provided to you that shows the burning going on in a compact residential neighborhood. And that's what he's referring to. So let's break away and hear Mr. Cedars brag of having already, prior to the passage of the ordinance, already filed that lawsuit. We'll be right back.
That same week, June 18th, 2021, have another complaint that comes into our office. Mr. Travis Solaire was supposedly burning on debris, vegetated material near Armand Joseph Road. We received not only photographs but videos of that situation. So here again, we have a third complaint, same type of activity. That case, by the way, a cease and desist order was immediately delivered, prepared by me, and hand delivered on that date to this individual, who subsequently was sued. You can go to the case of St. Martin Parish Government versus Travis Solaire, docket number 090761, Division B, 16th Judicial District Court, St. Martin Parish, where we filed for injunctive relief against the individual because of the burning. It is scheduled for trial on August 24th, 2021.
All righty. Wouldn't that seem to be pretty conclusive evidence that if Mr. Broussard fit the category that Mr. Solaire did, seems like he wouldn't need to wait on this ordinance to get passed in order to file suit. So I think that kind of shoots down Cedars' theory that this ordinance was not targeted at Billy Broussard. It was absolutely targeted at Billy Broussard, and he even says he fits the umbrella somewhat, okay? And the ordinance is what was necessary to bring him in fully. And I want to emphasize again, because we've had so many new people to our new subscribers, and I want to welcome everyone, but I would hearken back to last year, almost exactly a year ago in September, when the court hearing was going to take place. And Chester Cedars, he is shrewd, I'll give him that. He sought to have that court hearing called off because there were numerous problems that he would have had to have addressed. Most notably, his own legal counsel testifying that beyond 500 feet there is no zoning, okay? And nobody's going to dispute that in sharp contrast to Mr. Solaire's property, which is, like I said, compact right there, you can throw a stone and there you are from a neighbor, Mr. Broussard's, his bringing in of the vegetative materials are way beyond 500 feet. Okay, that's point number one that Mr. Broussard brought out, and I think it's very noteworthy, and that being that if you didn't need this ordinance, why didn't you sue him prior to, like you did Mr. Solaire? You openly brag of the lawsuits.
To see who maybe if she can explain who's us and who's we. So apparently he's working with a group of people. So the thing is that bothers me, because I feel sorry for anybody coming to St. Martin Parish to do any type of development, because give me a call. I can kind of give you some pointers, but first of all, make sure you have an attorney, and make sure, a lot of different things, but it is such a then they claim, oh, go through the process and go through this. I mean, but if you wanted, I mean, I just wanted to buy a little farm by my dad's and develop this piece of property. And I want to point out, you try to develop something, and individuals just make up all kinds of stories and claim, oh, he's doing this, he's doing that. And all this stuff, they think, oh, we won. You have the freedom of speech, you have the right to voice your opinion, but you can't just fabricate a bunch of things against somebody. And something else, it's just interesting that they made this big deal that, oh, we don't want Mr. Broussard to bale hay, we don't want his property.
You were grilled about what you would do with the hay.
I can't have
what type of hay?
Yeah, exactly. If they're gonna be round, square, where I was gonna put them, if they're gonna be in a barn, outside of a barn.
We'll put the grilling of the hay.
Or is I gonna bail the property somewhere else and bring it there? I mean, and truth of the matter is, I never baled hay in my life. This was hay that I helped my dad store on my property for his cows that he feeds them. But I want to point out in regards to animals, they made this big deal that I couldn't have cows or goats or whatever. Their depositions, etc. They claim about their farm. It's okay for them to have a farm right there, but I don't know how many acres, a few acres. I own 33 acres, but yet I can't have a farm. So the constitutionality of that, when you're telling somebody you can't do it, but I can. And I look forward to the next, in regards to the public records request, which you're getting these videos and complaints from individuals that went to the sheriff's office, because it's just, it starts to get entertaining. I mean, it's like, you got to be kidding that this is even going on. But I just wanted to point that out, and so I appreciate you having me again. And
you bet.
If you have any questions in the public, I mean, don't be afraid to give me a ring. And if you have any questions, or like, what is, people out from St. Martin Parish are going, what in the world is going on?
It's way beyond.
Oh yeah, it's around the whole nation. People throughout the whole nation are going, I've never seen something like this. I had folks from Iowa that
contacted me saying that this cannot be real.
The truth of the matter, it boils down to politics of St. Martin Parish for a long time. Ever since I was a little boy, I've heard so many different outrageous stories, and someone needs to have a vision for St. Martin Parish for it to get out of the grip of that type of behavior. We need to have someone to step up and say, look, we're going to put an end to this type of, it's my opinion, it's like a dictatorship. And how can you, I mean, an area, dead and dying like it is, I mean, if it wasn't for Lafayette and other surrounding parishes around St. Martin Parish, we would starve to death. So the thing is, we need someone in the community to step up and take one for the team and run for parish president and do something to address this, because St. Martin Parish will never get away from that grip that's been on St. Martin Parish for so many years. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Billy, for another episode. We think you found it rewarding, and trust me, we got more to come. As he said in these public records requests that I guess I'm addicted to making once these things start to surface. So hope everyone has an upcoming, Labor Day still a month away, but enjoy the heat until Labor Day arrives, and hopefully we'll get a break before too long. Thank you once again. We'll see you again soon.